views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
The Jenn-Royster-Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, is an inspirational hour that'll take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. Get ready to be transformed from Dr. Jenn's live guided healing meditations and intuitive readings, and unveil the power of connecting to spirit, the angels, and your higher self. Dr. Jenn is passionate about helping you find the answers you're looking for through an inward journey that'll strengthen your connection to spirit and help you trust your intuition. Now, here's your host, Dr. Jenn Royster.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. I'm Dr. Jenn, and if you're new to the show, welcome to our listening and viewing family. We are live video streaming. You can go to my website at the-jenn-royster-show and check that out. We're also streaming with WBLQ up in Westerly, Rhode Island, and we are also with transformationtalkradio.com. So we're just everywhere, and it's always great to be here. We're here every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. If you want to catch us live. We always have the archives if you're catching it later. Now, what are we talking about today? This show focuses on metaphysics, energy, spirituality, and just growing a soul growth thing. That's what we're about. We're about all of that. The angels, the angelic realm, and we are working with that today, and I have a few interesting experiences to share with you. We just went through the equinox, which was big, and then we had the new moon on the 28th, 27th, and the influence of that new moon, you will still feel that probably till about the 3rd or 4th of April, you'll still feel some of that. We still have some Venus retrograde going on out there. What is that retrograde with Venus all about? Venus is the relationship planet, love, relationships, finance. And what does it mean when it's retrograde? It means it wants you to review. It's kind of a rewind, back up. It's not about all this with other people so much. It's going to urge you into a self-love, like where are you good to yourself? Where are you nurturing yourself? We're going to be coming out of that shortly. I think it will be in a couple of more weeks, maybe around April 11th, I believe, which is another full moon. And so then we have, and I'm just going over a quick overview when it comes to this energy alignment of astrology, but then we have Aries influence in there, and what is that doing? That's go to get it done. It's proactive. You just charge right through things you might have been procrastinating about. That's a great one to start the year off. And with us here in the Northern Hemisphere with spring, we get into our spring cleaning, we do our detoxing, the whole thing. However, it also helps you with organization, like things that you just need to get out of the fog with, that you just haven't had the clear thinking. We went through a few months of that over last year, and in this first couple of months of 2017, it's been a little bit, I don't know what I should do or not do. Things are changing very quickly, but things are changing positively. It's up to you to choose to see that perspective. You can look at all the things that aren't going so great. They're there, but you can also make a choice to see the positive in a lot of things. And that's what I'm choosing, and that's what I'm sharing here on the show. Now, what we're going to focus on today is what's coming up for the month of April. Here we are at the end of March, and we're about to go into April, and we have the energy and what's going to happen for us in April and what we can do with that. And it looks like a really great opportunity with a lot of good positive vibes from what I'm seeing and what I've been picking up. And every morning, let me tell you, Because I always say, okay, what do you want me to share? And it's been changing. It's been changing how I receive the information, what the divine, what angels want me to share with you. And this month, coming up in April, it's about Archangel Gabriel, the messenger. You know, he brings in, he's about communication, all about communication, communicating clearly, communicating, you know, your truth, things like that. You might be feeling a lot in your fifth chakra, which is in your throat, you know, congestion, sinus, you know, it's interesting. You have all the allergies that start kicking in with spring and all that good stuff. But what can it all teach you? And I have a lot of people ask me about, you know, they're not sure about where to go, and they ask me about angel guidance. Angels are guides. They're messengers. They're here to help you move into your growth for you personally. That is not about telling you what to do or what you should or shouldn't do or if this is right or wrong. I know, and it's going to even more, that really sounded like nice grammar, didn't it? It's going to be more like that. That's enhancing because they really want you to be proactive and take responsibility in your growth as well. So that's a lot of what's happening in this year and how we're changing the relationship and the connections that we do have with them. I know that I am, and I am busy with that, very busy with that. I am writing the class, and I've had a few things interesting come up. I'll also share some of the experiences. The equinox was a bit of a strong energy. Let's start with that since we just went through that Monday, Tuesday, and you're going to feel maybe a couple more days. That one, I was even feeling really strong. I mean, I've been feeling a lot of things anyway as they come up, but this one, wow, you know, and I'm all about fitness and eating green and organic and all of that. And I always daily am doing something to be good to myself. Well, I still was feeling things because we're all still releasing and upgrading. Now, this is the metaphysical energy explanation of what I'm talking about here. If this isn't for you, that's fine. But that's what this show is about, so that's what I'm putting out there for the people that want that. Energetically, I mean, when Monday rolled around for me, all of a sudden, I from head to toe, no kidding, all the way down one side, major heavy ache. I mean, I felt like I was dragging cinder blocks. And I thought, what in the world is going on with me? And, you know, you could feel it. I could feel all this. And then it had a huge sadness. There was an emotional aspect to it. There was a big sadness. And I thought, okay, I've obviously got something energetically here I need to release. And I know that other people out there have been reporting back that they were feeling something very similar or their own version of it. It doesn't have to be exact. And here's the thing that I want to share with you on that. When you have that going on, go within. And I did. I went within. I asked Archangel Raphael. I went to him because this felt like a healing that needed to happen for me. That was my intuition picking up. You need to work with that angel, the angel of healing. And I said, what can I do? What do I need to understand? What do I need to learn? What is it that is trying to come up and go away? And it showed me that, keep a long story short, and so I went with that. And instead of avoiding feeling the sadness, I walked right through it. Now, I'm not saying that that's for everyone, and if you're in over your head, you absolutely want to reach out for help. I'm saying what I was experiencing. This was a sadness, but I was aware, and I knew it was something that I was experiencing. So you kind of go into like the third person mode. And it's like, you know, what do you want to show me here? What is so sad and what is causing this weight, this that needs to leave? It feels heavier when you go through something like that because your body is lifting into a higher frequency, and the weight of something old and lower frequency, you really feel the difference. All of a sudden, when you are growing and rising up, and you've been, you know, moving forward, and all of a sudden that happens, well, what is that that's got me caught? That's why it feels that way. You're feeling the weight of a lower, heavier energy that you need to disconnect from. That's what it is. Well, this one was one of the heaviest I've ever felt. I've always felt that, but not quite like this. So I know you guys are out there experiencing some really amazing, probably for the first time stuff. I'm like, what is going on? Anyway, in my situation, as much pain as I had going on, and it was rough, and it was wearing me out, and the emotion, the last thing you want to do is do a hard workout, right? Well, that's what Raphael tells me to do. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I know. And I said, really? And he's like, yeah, you need to do this. So that's what I did. I went with it. And in 30 minutes, it all went away. And it was miraculous to me. That's how sudden and that's how instant it was. My point in that story is go with your gut, your intuition. Go with what you are receiving. And it might not be that for you at all. It might be something different, like go take a nap, or eat something healthy or do something to boost your immune system. But in this particular place, this was what I needed to do. And I wanted to share that with you because I know a lot of you were experiencing some crazy stuff in the last few days. Now, we're talking about this angel guidance coming up for April with Archangel Gabriel. We are going to take a short break. And when we come back, we're going to keep powering on because I have a lot to share with you today. I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening or watching the Jenn-Royster Show. We'll be right back after the break.
Hi, this is Leslie Fontaine, and my show is Sheer Alchemy on TransformationTalkRadio.com. When we're bogged down with our emotions, the hardships that plague us in our relationships, at work, our finances, we literally can't see the higher plane where we could be operating from. Tune in to Leslie Fontaine, Sheer Alchemy, on
Tune in to Lucid Planet Radio with Dr. Kelly Neff. This hit show will illuminate your senses and empower you beyond your daily stressors and hardships. Renowned psychologist and author Dr. Kelly will captivate you with far-reaching topics and amazing guests as you wake to the greatest version of yourself. Learn to tap into your intuitions, think critically about our world, heal emotional and psychological wounds, and follow your passions to live your dreams. The Lucid Planet, welcome home. Visit lucidplanetradio.com for more information.
Tune in to the Jenn-Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JenRoyster.com for more information.
Artie Hoffman is the hottest psychic with the warmest heart and the host of the hit show Angels and Answers. A renowned psychic, medium, spiritual life coach, and an entertaining motivational speaker, Artie has helped over 15,000 people with his amazing intuitive gifts, his passion, and his humor. Call 877-ANGEL-02 to schedule a personal reading or to have your own psychic Artie party. That's 877-ANGEL-02. And visit ArtieHoffman.com and Angels and Answers on Facebook.
Are you ready for a game changer? Sarah Westall is bringing you Business Game Changers Radio. Sarah brings you leading experts, visionaries, and newsmakers who provide the best commentary on big issues and cutting-edge innovations. Sarah's 20 years as a business executive will help you think like an entrepreneur with expertise, energy, and attitude. Tune in to Business Game Changers Mondays at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Welcome to the show. If you're just tuning in, I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening or viewing our video live stream of the Jenn-Royster Show. Today, our topic is we're working with Archangel Gabriel guidance for the upcoming month of April 2017. Now, I just spoke about the equinox and some of the effects that we were having in the first segment. Now, another great example they gave me when I was on the meditation this morning and I was working with Gabriel. I said, Gabriel, What do you want me to share? I do this for every show, guys. I do morning meditation walks with my co-host, Emmy, which if you don't know who Emmy is, that's a 100-pound Akita, and she is my bestie. She really is. She's amazing. What I wanted to share with you was this morning was quite unique as well. Another story. I said, what do you want me to share? Here we are learning how to do this new angel connection, and you want us to take more action, and you want us to understand when it's our higher self and our ego self. How do you want me to express that to them? And I got an immediate response, and it was like, here's a great story for you to share that will explain all of that. No kidding, this really happened this morning. And just a heads up, guys, if the angel had not responded as quick as it did, I might not be standing here, and I would have had no way of letting anybody at the station know that your talk host is missing. But I am here. So here's how it worked out. I'm out there. We always do this right before we come on the air. And I think I was about a half hour out of going live on the air, and we're on the walk, and we see this lady that I have seen before, and we'll just name her Sally for privacy's sake. Sally is older, and Sally gets confused and leaves home and gets lost. Let's put it that way. And the first time I found her, I spent about 2 hours with her, trying to figure out where she came from, who she belonged to, where she lives, and I didn't want to leave her out there by herself. Finally got her to where she got her back to her home, and they were very grateful. Well, that was maybe 6-7 weeks ago, and you feel good that you've done something to help someone like that, right? Okay, yes, I know. Here's where it comes in today. I see her again, same place, same confusion. I went, oh no, I have no time to figure this out. I'm thinking I'm not going to leave her here, and if I hadn't have gotten this worked out and an angel came to the rescue, I'd still be out there trying to help her get home. However, this is how it worked out. In that moment, I'm thinking, I said, I need to get her back home. How am I going to do this? How am I going to be on the air with you? How's this going to work out? And boom. Two neighbors come by. They stop. I'm able to hand the baton over. I explained, I said, can you help her get back home? Because I've got to get back. So I didn't leave her stranded. And here's the thing, it did help her. The angels did help. And here's the story in this. Our ego likes to feel good that we did the good act, right? And okay, that is. It still was, even though we sometimes have to give that to someone else to finish and follow through. That's still all a guidance, a divine timing, because, everybody's gone at work. This is like there's nobody around. It all worked itself out because we allowed it to go that way, everybody involved. And so I'm sharing that because sometimes our ego, it's like, I'm doing a good spiritual thing. Well, yeah, but what if it's supposed to be a group thing, a participation in, working with another to do this like we had today. If I had felt like I needed to be responsible for her, that would have not been my higher self in key there. That would have not been the story, the lesson in the story. That would have not been what I was supposed to share. I'm not saying this lady was in this example to give you a story. She was watched over every single time she's out there. Something's watching over her and making sure she gets back home. And she's as sweet as she can be. And she's just a sweetheart. And there's no way, we're going to leave somebody out there like that. But I'm sharing that because angels can respond in ways that we're not expecting. And it can be indirect like that. It could be, here I could have thought, and your ego will do that, like, oh, great. Now what am I going to do? I don't have time for that. It can go there. And your higher self is like, we got this. This is fine. You're here because somebody needed to spot it. And the other runners, if I hadn't have been there, could have run right past her, not knowing. So it all works itself out because I knew the history. So here, and so somebody else got to feel good today, and I knew that she was okay. So when you are working with angels and you're looking for those answers, when you're praying for some sign, don't trip over the sign right in front of you because it's there. They always answer. They always respond. But are you actually listening? Are you actually hearing the answer? So that's what Gabriel gave me today to share with you, and I want to do that. So when we go into looking forward, like, oh, what do we got to look forward to with April? Well, all the way everything's lining up is wonderful because we have creativity, we have the gusto of that Aries energy to work hard, and the creativity opens up, and we're ready to get organized, and we're ready to put a project that maybe has been on the burner, we've been hem-hawing around, we've been wanting it to happen. Gabriel says, it is time to shine. It is time to go for it. It is time to put that into action. It couldn't be a better alignment of timing to just really put it out there. Wherever your intention is, what you focus on, what your attention is on, whether it be your family, your relationships, on you, a business venture, your health, it doesn't matter. Whatever the topic is that you're working on, it's going to flourish. If you really apply positively, if you align with that positive energy that's out there for this particular month and this thing that's going on, you're going to see some progress. You're going to feel like, hey, finally, a breakthrough, and it's going to feel really good. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to have your ups and downs because your ego will go, well, I don't know, it'll go there, it'll do that. Just know that it will. And then you go, okay, I hear you. This works really well. I've tried this so many times, and every time I do it, it works. You really feel that battle going on inside, like yes, no, him, ha. I listen to it. I listen to the skeptic. I listen to the hesitation and all the reasons why I shouldn't. I do. I listen to it, and it's all coming from within. And then I say, I acknowledge it. I go, okay, I heard you. Now we're going to go over here and do it this way. And then I hand it right over to my higher self, and where I know and I feel drawn and I feel inspired, and that's where it puts a smile on my face. I feel energetic. I'm excited. I can't wait to get back to it. I put my energy there, and it works. Sometimes, remember the story, it'll be indirect. It might be you might do here or go there. It's not like straight in. You might have a zigzag approach. You may have over here, step back a little bit, go over that way. It might be a variety, but don't discount that you're not making progress or that you are. That's important here to know when you're going into this energy with, full throttle, like let's do this. Be careful. Watch out for the inner skeptic to put a wet blanket on your excitement, because that's probably where you'll get the most of it. Sometimes we feel like it's coming from outside of ourselves. That's actually reflecting the energy coming from us if you're hearing it from outside of yourself. And that's when you really start to look at it that way, you realize, oh, I don't really want somebody to tell me that. I don't want to be disappointed about that again. You want to work inside. Everything's about going inside for the answers, and then your outside world will validate that to you where you're resonating. Let me repeat that. You go inside for the answers, and then outside, whatever is coming back to you, reflecting back, will validate where you're resonating, where you are. If you don't like that, then you keep tweaking on the inside. You keep digging. That's the goal here. That's where you're going to make the best progress this year. That's where you're going to really find some answers and some breakthroughs. And they're big ones. They're just waiting for you to accept them. And nobody's been left out on this. Everybody thinks, oh, that's just for some and that. Now, where is that skeptic sounding voice coming from? Remember, the skeptic inside is going to try to shoot it all down and find something wrong with it. So I'm kind of calling it out on top here. I'm calling it out. Like, I know what you're up to with that skeptic thing. And we all have one. We all do. And some of us are pretty hard on ourselves with stuff like that. Gabriel is really full of the communication of, this is a positive energy that you can tap into right now. And be clear, communicate, what do you really want to put your passion into? Okay? And I hear a lot of people out there, they have passions and they love what they do. And then they're able to do it. They're able to do it. And then they have another job that maybe pays the bills. So with that, guys, I got to stop here for a moment. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, I'm going to share more about what Gabriel has for the upcoming month of April, because this is a really good month to latch in and take hold and make the most of this energy. I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening or watching our live video stream of the Jenn-Royster Show. We'll be right back after the break.
Diane Robbins, published author and channel, connects our hearts to the hearts of beings in advanced civilizations as she taps into the cosmos. We are living in important times now as we merge our consciousness with these of other realms and raise our vibration and awaken to who we are and why we are here. Learn to live in unconditional love. Visit DianeRobbins.com today and immerse yourself in the many books, newsletters, and channeling Diane has to offer. Tune in to Mainstream Metaphysics Radio to harness your connection with the universe to effect change for optimal success and happiness. Named one of the country's top psychics, Eve now brings her insights and gifts to this weekly hit call-in show, joined by visionaries, leaders, and gifted others, but mostly you. Jot it down, Thursdays, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Do you feel that there's a bigger, better life for you? Is there anything holding you back from living the life you were meant to live? If you'd like to find your life's true purpose and calling, join the world's foremost authority on primal spirituality, David Carshare, in Becoming a Sun Radio, emotional and spiritual intelligence for a happy, fulfilling life. Tune in once a month to Becoming a Sun Radio with David Carshare on The Dr. Pat Show and Transformation Talk Radio. For more information, visit davidcarshare.com today. Be you plus live your purpose equals joy. That's the motto of Unstuck Joy with Vicki Todd. Vicki believes you were born with gifts that are meant to make the world brighter. Each show will feature an art visioning journal prompt to help you create your way to soul clarity. If you're ready to get unstuck and create more joy, this show is for you. Tune in every month on Transformation Talk Radio. For more information, visit VickiWorldArt.com.
Take your own journey with the angels with Claire Candy Huff's Heaven Sent Guided Angel Meditation CD. Letting go of concerns and living in the now. This beautiful CD walks listeners through practical exercises to help free them from the burdens, worries, and concerns of daily life.
Walking a quarter of the way across the bridge, you see a bright, emerald green light and sense a loving presence. This is Archangel Raphael's green healing energies, nourishing and revitalizing you. Take a moment now to bathe in this green healing light.
Giving you much more than just relaxation and stress release, this wonderfully narrated CD provides vivid visualization, soothing and inspiring music, and an angel's choir that will bring you peace, clarity, and a newfound awareness. Visit angelhealinghouse.com today.
And we are back live. I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening or watching our video live stream of the Jenn-Royster Show. And thank you so much, Chris, over at WBLQ, for those kudos. I really appreciate the kind words. And I know he's out there having fun wherever he is, over there, up there somewhere. And here we go. We're talking about Gabriel. Gabriel's the communication angel. He's the announcement angel, and he comes in with like loaded energy for April. April is a huge month of opportunity, guys. It is whatever you focus on, it's going to be successful. And I really thought, whoa, that's a strong one. But I liked it. It's like, okay, if you could stop for a moment, what could you think about right now that you really want to apply yourself on in April to be successful? This energy will help catapult you there. You have to not be, when you're moving forward with something like this and it feels very gusto, what can happen is what I call a deer in the headlights reaction, like you stop and you freeze, or called stage fright, whatever you want to call it. You go, whoa, I don't know if I can do this. That's just fear and the ego skeptic, again, trying to halt your plan. It's trying to pull you back and keep it the way it always was. So it's up to you to choose to overcome that. Okay, you have to overcome that. And it's just it's a choice, it's an intention. No, okay, I hear you. I know, I'm kind of nervous. Let's do it anyway. Let's just do it. And if it's something you truly want, if it's something that you need to end, if it's something you need to begin, we are in our new beginnings. We're creating right now. It's like we have a blank canvas, and we're completely creating our brand new cycle, our new world. I mean, where do you want it to go? What do you want in it? Well, don't keep piling in all the things that you've been dragging with. Don't put them back in there. You see, if you get a new computer and you put upgraded new programs on it, are you going to put all the old outdated ones on there that don't work anymore? No, you're not. So that's what this is. That's what you're doing with your life. That's what you're doing with the way you approach life, your perspective on life, where you're putting your focus. Because your focus is going to create that painting on that amazing canvas called your life right now. And you're the one holding the paintbrushes, nobody else. The angels are there to guide you, to help you kind of process and make choices, but not to tell you what to do, not to interfere like that, but they will answer you, okay? They will show you, hey, this would be good for your soul growth, or how about this? Have you thought of that? They will show you, and that's what's happening, okay? That's an amazing one right there. Now, this is a big healing month, too, as far as because of that Venus retrograde I was talking about, and we have Aries energy, which is proactive. It will be a proactive month in self-healing and self-love. What do you need to do with boundaries? Where do you need to draw some lines? Where do you need to expand? Where do you need to change direction? What do you need that it feels right for you, not feels right for somebody else, or not what somebody else thinks you should do that makes you feel right? What do you need to do that feels right for you? That's big right now. That's a big one on this month of April, very big. And I want to, bring in right now with what we were talking about with that, I want to bring in that I want to remind everybody right now there's a lot of upgrading to our bodies, calibrating our mental body, our soul body, our spiritual body, our energy, everything that we have, emotions. They're upgrading, they're expanding because our heart chakra is opening. That is an energy center that processes emotions, and it's expanding and opening. And when that happens, you'll feel all the emotions, sadness and happiness. You'll feel them all more. You will. You'll feel them more. But here's the thing. You also will have this incredible ability to see the bigger picture. You'll be able to have more awareness of, wait, what does that really mean in life, And you can't do that if your heart's closed. And you can't do that if you're only feeling the absolute perfect everything, because we have light and we have shadow. And you can't see one or the other without the other. And that's really what happens here. So when we see something tough happening, it's what can it show us in a light? It will shine. It will show you more of a light of where you want to be if something negative is happening. So that's an example of what I'm talking about. You might have been going through all those symptoms and crazy, all over the place stuff that I was talking about on the first segment. The physical, you might have been feeling some emotions go back and forth. I mean, in one day, you could feel pure bliss, pure happiness, lots of energy, and quickly go the opposite direction. I know. And no, we're not clinically calling you anything with that. Okay? We are saying this is happening to people that don't have anything like that. Don't mix it together, and don't read something into what I'm saying here that I'm not saying. I'm saying, well, that was just weird. I mean, sometimes it can happen within 10 minutes, and you're going, what the heck was that? It's calibrating. It's kind of a bouncing. But then you settle in, and you saw the whole picture very quickly when that happened. You saw all aspects of the same thing in a few minutes. And that will get quicker and quicker and quicker to where it's almost instantaneous as you're ascending and growing spiritually, and to where that's not a mental problem, and that's not what I'm talking about. Don't mix that in. That's something completely different. This is showing you a bigger picture, because the bigger picture is not avoiding all aspects. A bigger picture is seeing the whole thing. Both sides of the story, front to back, side, east to west. I mean, you're seeing the whole thing. You're seeing all the different angles that light can shine and cast a shadow here, or you change it, cast a shadow there. And when I say that, it'll change the way it appears to be. That could be applied to just about every topic going on out there. So think about that when you're quick to go zero in on one perspective. Have you given it time to look at all the perspectives from different angles, from different light casting a shadow in a different way, or vice versa? You're seeing more light because of where the shadow is. And that's very, very powerful. That went deep, I know, but it's not that deep. I know you guys are hearing me. And if it's something you need to think about a little bit and process, you'll take it and you'll go with it the way it'll work for you. But that's a really big deal. I want to now take you, we've got an email we are going to read. Let's see, what time is it? I think I'll do the email question when I come back after the next break. But quickly, I want to give a shout out and say hello to our friends that are watching the video live stream over in the live chat. So I want to say hello to everyone over there, and blessings and glorious day to you too. And hello to, looks like we got somebody here in Virginia Beach on there too. And I just want to say hello to you guys and acknowledge you. And I love seeing that we have people coming together. If you guys want to see what that's about, it's on my website, the-jenn-royster-show.com. There's the live chat's right there embedded with the live video stream. It's also the YouTube channel. And that's just look up my name and it'll be there. So back over here, if you have anything in life that you feel you're not satisfied with, you're not feeling, this is how Gabriel put it, if there's something that just feels like it's nagging at you, it's not feeling settled, you're not feeling satisfied with the way it is, you need to go there and you need to go in and you need to listen. You need to listen to what your body might be telling you. In a certain situation or emotion, do you all of a sudden have a sudden discomfort somewhere? Do you all of a sudden have, something happen? That is a big clue right there. It'll give you a quick one. Physical ones are going to be quick to see, but I also want to remind you that the physical body is the last body to feel everything that we have going on. We have the emotions, we have the spiritual, the energy, and everything that's going on in those bodies eventually processes, and your physical body, which is just your vehicle really, responds to that. Okay, so that's the last one. And if it's there, it's manifested physically or it's trying to show you there, it's trying to get your attention. This is what's going on in this universe that we're living in here. Can we do something about it? So you want to pay attention to that. So they're very easy to see, but I want to also let you know that that's the last body. So if you see something that comes up physically like that, or emotionally would be the next one, and emotions are very much going through a major calibration this year because of the heart opening. And this is a feeling type of energy that will carry through the whole year. So you're going to be feeling more than you're used to feeling if you're one that doesn't want to. You're going to have to work with that. That's an individual choice. Avoiding it is probably going to be bumpier than it was in the past. It used to be easy to avoid it. It used to be easy to just not go there. I don't feel, from what I am picking up and receiving and seeing personally, that that's going to be so easy. You're going to have to go there and deal with that, okay? Just, it's more like, well, accept that it's trying to show you another perspective and awaken your awareness to the bigger picture that's going on, because that's what we're doing. We are working to open our eyes through our heart, which is where we want to be making more choices versus our mindset and all of that, into a new, bigger picture. So with that, I'm going to stop right there. When we come back, I do have an email we're going to read that came in from a listener, and then we're going to wrap this show up because Gabriel really has been just go in April and do it, whatever it is that your passion is there for. So with that, we're going to take that short break. I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening to the Jenn-Royster Show, and we will be right back after the break.
What is a brilliant culture? And how do we create them? Why are they important? Claudette Rowley has created a breakthrough 5-step process to help you design a culture that is authentic, innovative, and successful. Learn how to create change with Cultural Brilliance Radio, the DNA of organizational excellence, and Claudette Rowley. To learn more or work with Claudette, visit ClaudetteRowley.com.
Bree Gibbs is a 4th-generation high priestess with the knowledge to raise your vibration and conscious creation. Offering a wide variety of services from goddess light and shamanic healing seminars to private reading sessions, Bree works with you so you too can stand in your own power. Isn't it about time you took your life into your own hands? For more information about Bree's services and products, visit silvergaia.com. That's silvergaia.com.
Chris Stanis is a spiritual leader and healer and teaches a course on how you can transform your life through a meditation and healing system that will manifest your spirit's dreams. She manifested the Women of Wisdom Conference, the Women of Wisdom book, and this radio show. And she can show you how to change your life too. Are you ready? Visit the website and contact her at voicesofwomentoday.com. That's voicesofwomentoday.com.
Tune in to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JennRoyster.com for more information.
To see your life from an angel's perspective, book a personal consultation with Claire Candy Huff, angelic walk-in angel Ariel at Angel Healing House. Candy provides intuitive counseling, Reiki, and angel readings in person in Los Angeles or nationally and internationally via phone or Skype. She will channel the practical tools you need to transform your life. Call now, 831-277-3716, or visit angelhealinghouse.com.
Tune in to Mainstream Metaphysics Radio to harness your connection with the universe to effect change for optimal success and happiness. and one of the country's top psychics, Eve now brings her insights and gifts to this weekly hit call-in show, joined by visionaries, leaders, and gifted others, but mostly you. Jot it down. Thursdays, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
And we are back. I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening or watching our video live stream here on the Jenn-Royster Show, and we're here for the last segment of the show. I want to read an email that came in from a listener, and Barbara asked, I have been waking between 3 and 4 a.m. for the last few mornings. I had gotten out of bed to meditate, feeling that there was something I needed to know. So I'm going through a complete upheaval in my life right now. How can I discover the message I am meant to hear? The meditations have been unusually scattered. Thank you, Barbara. Okay, I love this one because who isn't feeling this right now? I know. There's been a couple of days where I had that too. First of all, she mentions that she is going through a big upheaval in life right now. So that energy is really, she's going through a lot of purging of energy simultaneously. Not like one little thing here and it's trickling. It's big and it's like, whoa, all of a sudden. The scattered energy of the meditation, that is the energy still, it's just flowing so heavily. And Barbara, I asked Gabriel while I was waiting to come off of break about this one, and I love his answer. And I've done this too in the past, and I forgot about it, so he reminded me. But you still wake up at 3 or 4, and instead of feeling why don't I hear anything? I'm waking up and I'm trying to do this. Just go with it. You might want to try more of a active meditation. For example, maybe doing something. Whether it's like crochet knitting, washing dishes, or sweeping up a floor, anything, or going for a walk through the house, whatever it might be. Put the intention out there in the meditation of I am ready, my intention is to receive the answer, and just sit with it and then let it go and forget about it. The reason I'm suggesting that is you have so much upheaval of energy that basically we have to let that clear out of the way sometimes and let it dissipate and just flow instead of trying to interrupt it and stop. And you're not trying to interrupt it and stop, but sometimes that does that when we go, okay, wait, what do I need to hear? Just let it flow. It might be a few days. It might be sometimes a few months. It happens, but I don't feel that with you, Barbara. I feel that if you just allow it to just keep flowing, then one day you're going to wake up, or you'll sleep all the way through, wake up maybe at 7, and it will all make sense. And you're going to go, oh, why was that so hard? We sometimes make it harder than we realize, and we're not trying to make it hard. We're actually trying to be proactive and do something, right? And I know, I so feel for you, Barbara, and I totally understand that. And for those that are working with that, sometimes the meditations are simply just close your eyes or do something active and relaxing. If it's, if you can go for a walk outside, that's great. Sometimes in the middle of the night, maybe not. But if you are in a place where you're waking up at weird times, don't fight it. Just go, okay, I'm awake right now, because that will pass and then you'll get back on your cycle. When we're going through big energy shifts like this, sometimes it will keep you up. You'll sleep very sporadically. You might dream. Some people sleep even more. It just depends on where you are in the process. And the easiest way through it is to just let it be what it is. Okay, I'm waking up. All right, let me go find something to do. Put your intention out there. Give it a couple of minutes with the meditation, and then move about and do something else, and allow it to come to you without trying to wait for it. Sometimes we're trying to make it happen sooner than it's ready to come in. There might be more to process off. So that's my answer for that. And that is really coming from Gabriel, which I appreciate that answer. And I'm going to write it down to remember it next time it happens to me, because I get that a lot too. And I have found that if I don't try to figure it out, it's been a while, but I remember that now, and then like maybe a couple of days later, oh, there it is. Oh, because we quit trying to push it to go a certain way. It's more of a natural letting it flow in. So if you're awake, do something to make the energy move through, because if you're awake, there's energy processing and moving off of you. If you are exhausted, and you might go through an exhaustion period after this, you might need to just go to sleep after this. You might find that you're, oh my gosh, I'm so tired after staying awake for 3 weeks. I had it happen to me for like 3 weeks in a row one time, where I was just very awake. I was fine, but it's just like this lack of sleep. And sometimes, guys, she's talking about the sleep, but sometimes it comes through as your appetite changes. You don't have one anymore. Or you have one that has a weird craving, or you want to eat twice as much, or the living room count, that kind of thing. Pay attention to what it is, okay? Pay attention to, am I hungrier? Why am I hungrier? Put the intention out there and ask, and then go about your day. Because if you just try to give me an answer now, it doesn't always work that way, because that's not the best timing to give you the answer. Another tip on angels and how they bring the answers in. It's not like, okay, give me the answer right now. They don't work that way. They'll give it to you when it's the best way to give it to you in the best timing and the way it will help you the most. They're all about your soul growth. And I'm not worried about that you stayed up 3 or 4 nights in a row, or that you're craving more food than you should be eating. They are about the end result, the bigger picture. They always are. They always are. So the more we go with the flow on seeing the bigger picture, that we allow ourselves to see things from different perspectives and not try to make it go and fit into a certain way, it's going to make a whole lot more sense. You're actually going to pick up on the answers that they're bringing you much quicker. They'll have a clarity to them much faster. That's what I love about the message that Gabriel brought in. He said the communications are shifting to be easier, but you have some learning curve here, because we're moving into where, hey, it's going to be much faster. But we have to get out of this tunnel vision that we have sometimes about how it should go. So we have to move into a perspective where we allow ourselves to see things from different ways. And each individual is choosing that when they're ready. So you might be ready, and then someone that you're very close to may not be, and you have to be okay with that too. Just as a reminder, guys, you have to be okay with that too. I want to say thank you guys for listening today or watching. And, I really appreciate the support. I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate you guys. I'm working on those classes. I'm going to be working on them again this afternoon and tomorrow. And, any day now, they're going to be out. But I have a lot of information coming in. The classes that I'm working on, and they'll be available for those that want to dive in a little bit deeper, are going to be on angelic connections for today, how it's changing and how it's shifting and different things. And I just gave you a little bit of that, but we're going to go into it bigger in a class that I have. It'll be an online class. It'll be at my website, and any day now it's going to be out there. If you're on my newsletter, those guys get the information first, and they get that's where I put the discounts for classes. So you can get a little bit of a deal that way. If you want to know when it's coming out, you can go in there and check it out. We have free classes on the website that you can check out, and just to see if this is something that you'd like. It's a great learning experience. We have interaction. We're going to have live classes. We're going to have all kinds of good stuff going on. We've been working hard on it, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys and my passion for learning and growing, and my connection with Spirit, the angels, and just the inspiration that you guys give me. You guys teach me every day too, by the way. So thank you for that. With that, I've got to go. It's time for us to sign off. We will be here next week. We're here every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. Thank you so much for listening or watching. Namaste.
Take your own journey with the angels with Claire Candy Huff's Heaven Sent Guided Angel Meditation CD, letting go of concerns and living in the now. This beautiful CD walks listeners through practical exercises to help free them from the burdens, worries, and concerns of daily life.
Walking a quarter of the way across the bridge, you see a bright, emerald green light and sense a loving presence. This is Archangel Raphael's green healing energies, nourishing and revitalizing you. Take a moment now to bathe in this green healing light.
Giving you much more than just relaxation and stress release, this wonderfully narrated CD provides vivid visualization, soothing and inspiring music, and an angel's choir that will bring you peace, clarity, and a newfound awareness. Visit angelhealinghouse.com today.